of the things I like about movies like this is that a lot of our work is completely invisible.
Yeah, so I'd thicken it up a little bit here.
Martin's main focus is total reality. He doesn't want anything to look digital or CG, artificial, and we certainly want to have people go into the movie and enjoy it and not get taken out of it by an over-the-top effect shot. You shouldn't notice any of the effect shots. They should just be seamless. There are actually a number of very challenging scenes, but one of the more difficult tasks for us is a sequence called Cortez Ranch, where a barn is set on fire. We shot with as much practical fire as possible, and then we had to augment that fire with extra pieces of flame, which meant cutting and pasting flames from other parts of the shot or from other scenes into the shots that we're working with, but making it look very convincing without going over the top. And it's really hard work. Most fire composites tend to look a little fake, and it's usually very obvious where it's been done, and for us the key thing was believability.
This scene that I'm going to show you over here has a baby in it, so we can understand why there was no fire. And what the director wanted was to have fire all around the baby. Then the next thing I did was I added smoke. And then we contacted people from our CGI department and asked them to create just some debris. The scene ended up looking like this. Just by adding that interactive light, the fire, the smoke, you just feel the danger involved.
Yeah, it's always a challenge. It's always a challenge to make something look believable and to be real and to translate a sense of danger and excitement. On this shot, the first thing we had to do was remove the trainer's hand and take that off. And next, what I did was I added fire. You can see back here all along the back wall is all fire. Lots of interactive lighting on this post and on the horse, making it look very warm and very hot and particularly uncomfortable.
The problem with filming the train sequence is that the train itself was out of a museum in Mexico. It was not able to be self-propelled, so whenever you see the train moving, there's always without exception, a diesel shunter either pushing it or pulling it. And obviously you've got quite a few shots where you see the whole train, which means that that shunter has got to be removed. There's like a helicopter shot where you actually see the full length of the train travelling through the desert. The helicopter runs right over it, and removing the locomotive on a shot like that was very difficult. I don't think anybody will ever realise that that train is not self-motivated. There's a sequence at the end of the film where the hero train crashes and blows up, and obviously because it was a museum piece we couldn't do that. So we took the decision to have a model built by Weta Workshops down in Wellington, New Zealand, and they built a 1/5 scale locomotive with carriages and a certain amount of environment, and we ended up going down to get one shot and shot 8 or 9. It was such a good model and worked out so well that we've used it a lot more than we expected. And what you'll see here is the blue screen material of the model train. And what we've done is we've separated out all the elements we shot there, and we've combined it with Mexican landscape that ties into earlier footage of the real train. The model's so good that I don't think you can really tell which bit is model and which bit is real. Every now and again, you know, the characters are actually CG characters, sometimes for safety, but often more because it's an enhancement of a sequence, or we've found ourselves with a shot we need a character in. I use a 3D scanning process whenever I do a movie. I like to get a full 3D representation of key actors and any other key props, animals, things like that. What it means is that we've always got up our sleeves the 3D version of whatever it is that we might need. And for instance, with the enhanced use of the model train, we've had to add characters to that on some shots. A movie like this, where our work is hopefully seamless and unnoticeable, gives me a lot of pleasure. You know, people, when they look at the things we've done, they're like, oh wow, I didn't realize. And there's a lot of that in this film, and it is the kind of work I really enjoy.